And the cost of everyday food and drink is expected to increase. And one Bay Area-based beverage chain says that despite making the product here, it can't escape the rising cost of necessary imported ingredients. KTVU's Betty Yu has this exclusive story from Boba Guys in San Ramon. Betty?
Mike, the founder of Boba Guys, a well-known bubble tea chain here in the Bay Area and beyond, says that even as a homegrown brand, they are still exposed to tariffs. They're looking at taxes on imported goods ranging from 24% to 104%.
This whole process takes about 30 minutes.
U.S. Boba Company is the first in the world to make its own boba outside of Taiwan, where the popular drink originated. The factory, which is located in Hayward, sells to thousands of cafes, restaurants, and shops, including Boba Guys across the country.
Over here, as you see that all the boba pearls from different sizes.
Boba Guys founder Andrew Chau partnered with David Fan 8 years ago to open U.S. Boba Company, bringing transparency to the supply chain and offering premium ingredients.
Most of the cassava is grown in Southeast Asia because the weather.
The factory imports tapioca starch made from cassava, which is grown in Thailand.
You have everything from the tea to the milk. If we have fruit, to sweetener, even like sugar is not always domestic compared to most boba shops and cafes. We have more domestic made things, like we use really high local quality product, milk, dairy, even fruits. Our strawberries are like from Mexico, so even that will kind of get hit with tariffs.
Chau said their packaging costs, including sustainable bamboo straws, which are only made in Taiwan, will be impacted immediately.
We try our best to see in areas where we can source alternatively, but all in all, if we can, then we have to do is to pass on the cost, or else we're looking to, losing money.
A wholesale case of boba currently sells for about $40. Fan anticipates a potential 10% increase for distributors. The retail price of the product is likely to rise even more.
I think that's probably the number one concern. If you're that habitual, people are going to start cutting back those habits because those can get pricey.
Chau said it's too soon to say how much his drinks will increase, but his team is exploring ways to lower costs.
Do we focus more on apples and oranges, things that are grown here in the United States or in California?
For now, they remain in a holding pattern as the White House negotiates with other countries.
The name of the game is, adapt and learn. They say adapt or die. So we have to adapt. I hope we become like some people's moment of joy in such a crazy world right now.
It is difficult for many small business owners right now to keep up with the ever-changing tariff rates, so it's really hard to predict just how dramatic these price increases can be at this time. Mike?
And I'm wondering about a rush in orders, Betty. Are they seeing a surge in calls from cafes or even restaurants trying to stockpile the product before, the tariffs hit them?
The factory said to some degree, yes, but practically speaking, there are just no warehouses large enough that can really hold the quantity needed to offset the long-term costs of these tariffs.
All right, Betty Yu with the very latest out of San Ramon. Betty, thank you. And of course, we are always tracking the latest developments in the tariff landscape online. You can get updates anytime by just heading off to KTVU.com.